Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. How are we doing tonight? I've always wanted to do that. Thank you. I'm never going to get to do that again. Hello, everybody. My name is Marco, aka ToadBup. If you are unfamiliar with who I am, I do YouTube, as a lot of other people here at this convention do. Mostly horror games and fan games, but unfortunately, if I did fan games here, I think Nintendo would probably break down from the ceiling and like traumatize the family of four over there as I get arrested. So, not doing that today. No, so if you have followed my channel or seen my past stuff, you know I like weird video games quite a bit, or strange video games, or odd, or obscure. There were more words in this title, but I didn't want to add more than what I had already. But anyways, I thought it would be fun to throw together a little presentation of some of the weirdest, oddest, strangest, obscurest video games and video game console, there's one, that you could possibly think of. I try to categorize these as best as I possibly could, but like, we'll see how it goes. We're good to, is it up on the screen? We good? All right, I made this in Google presentation if you can't tell. Google Slides, I don't know what it's called. But first, a couple things I want to mention before we start here. If this wants to, yeah, the couple things I'm currently mentioning. So I'm gonna do my absolute best to stick to North America releases, because I could easily just go, all right, Animal Catcher 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Game Boy Color in Japan. All right, presentation's over. But I thought it'd be a little more interesting with games you might know about, but maybe not. And there definitely is exceptions. I kind of just lied to you with that first rule. There are a lot of import games on here. The other thing is I thought this would be a little boring if it was just a straightforward presentation. I'm just giving you the history. So there's gonna be chances to win some of the games I talk about. At the end of this presentation, I'm gonna set up one of the consoles for people to come up and try out. And yeah, I don't know, I'll try to be funny. And then I'm also going to limit digital only games, because if you've ever been on Steam, you probably know just the amount of things there is on there, or itch.io or Game Jolt, or literally anywhere. Once again, that'd be too easy. So I'm gonna try to do mostly physical games and like official. I mean, what do you constitute as official? Like a company released it. Is that official? Sure. And then last but not least, that's my only transition on this presentation, by the way. After I like struggled for 5 minutes to do that, I gave up. I'm extremely loose with the rules. So pretty much ignore everything I just said, but don't ignore it. You got that? All right, great, good. So if you are a video game fan, which I would assume you are, otherwise you might want to take a look at the name of this convention. You're gonna lose your mind. We're gonna start with some that you may already know about. I call this the essential eccentrics. So what I mean by this is like kind of well-known, obscure video games, weird video games. And in my mind, at least, there is definitely one that pops out compared to everything else. And that is none other than Seaman. Now, the title might be the first thing that gets your attention, but trust me, the game is like 100 times weirder than the title ever will be. So this was released on the Dreamcast in '99 and then 2000 in the US, and it was a virtual pet simulator. So think like Tamagotchi, think Sims. Is that a pet simulator? No, that doesn't sound right. They're not pets, they're people. And one of the big things about this game is that it used the microphone kind of similar to the game Hey You Pikachu, where you would talk to your pet while you're doing it. Sorry, I'm just putting my phone down here. But the reason this game is kind of held in infamy, I suppose you could say, was because of the character design. So I'm gonna very briefly walk you through how this game functions. I'm gonna show you some character designs. So here's, I had to write these names down. There's no way I was gonna remember this. That's Gillman in the top left. I think he's my favorite. Gillman is, he hatches from the egg you get, and then he like cannibalizes his brother and turns into Podman, and then Podman dies, and then they lay another egg, and that turns into Tadman at the bottom left. And then it all ends up with them being Frogman. I don't know who came up with these names, but they need a raise. And they kind of just leave you. One of the most remarkable things about this game, these characters are voiced by Leonard Nimoy, you know, Spock. That is the voice of them. They insult you, they give you wise, sage-like advice. I mean, I don't know where this was in my life, but it was definitely missing. But yeah, definitely one of the more like well-known kind of weird games. Seen a ton of YouTubers talk about it. I can't name any off the top of my head, but you're just gonna have to trust me. Another weird game that I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about, and one of my personal favorites. You're gonna hear that a lot. That didn't work. Pepsi Man. I see in the crowd, we got some Pepsi Man fans. You're all cool. So Pepsi Man, a little bit of background. He was a Japanese mascot for Pepsi in Japan back in like the 90s. Think like Wile E. Coyote, but if he left a man to die of dehydration in the desert, there's a commercial where a guy's in the desert and he wants Pepsi, and Pepsi Man kind of just leaves him there. I don't know why they gave this guy a game. I think he should be on like a watch list or something. But anyways, he is my idol, and of course, he has a video game. So the Japanese PS1 exclusive, yes, I'm already breaking my North America rule. I told you I'm loose with it. Released in 1999, based on Pepsi Man. So the whole thing is an auto runner. I think that's what it's called. So if you ever played like Temple Run, Subway Surfer, stuff like that, where you're running in a straight line to get Pepsi. There's a lot of product placement in this game. One of the weirdest, I wrote it down in the presentation here. One of the weirdest things about this game is that despite being a Japanese video game, there are cutscenes of an American man gorging himself on Pepsi and chips and all this stuff. There's one part where he like looks into the can and he starts seeing Pepsi Man. I think he may have had one too many Pepsis, but anyways, just a very interesting game that I would, for one, love to have in my collection. There's just one small issue with that. So, I don't know if I could just casually pick that up. Someone finds it here for under this, please tell me immediately. Believe it or not, this is one of the cheapest games in this category. There's something about, like, not classic. There's something about these weird games with cult followings online that makes these games skyrocket in value. And one of those games is Mr. Mosquito. So this one is a little newer. Well, it's newer by like a year compared to the other two, but it's newer. So I was a little like, why is this weird? Like, I feel like they got all the weird stuff out in like the 90s and stuff, but I guess not. 2002 came around. They were still going strong. So Mr. Mosquito, released in 2002 internationally for the PS2, is where you play as a mosquito, Mr. Mosquito precisely, and you basically drive a family to insanity, sucking their blood. You have to like hit the pressure points as the family like walks by you and then suck their blood. Simple enough, but that family goes livid. They start putting like 15 bug zappers around them. There is a part, there's a part in the game where one of the daughters starts boxing the mosquito mid-air. I mean, I've been pretty mad at houseflies before, but I've never tried to square up with one, so very interesting choice. It makes for a very wacky game, and I don't know if I have it up on here. I guess we'll find out in a second. This game is like $200-something. Already blowing Pepsi Man out of the water. Once again, still not the most expensive game on this list, somehow. But anyways, if you just really want to box a bug or be boxed as a bug, I guess you have an option. I don't know why you'd want that, but next up, this is probably one of the most well-known, yes, these are people, LSD Dream Emulator. I said this earlier, I'm gonna say it a lot. This is also one of my favorites. So LSD Dream Emulator was made by an artist called Osamu Sato. And for like the 1% audience who has seen my YouTube channel, I've talked about this guy. He is my GOAT. He's an artist, but he has dabbled in video games before. Some educational games for some reason, which if you know this game, it's kind of weird he made a game for kids because this is terrifying. But this is more of an experience rather than a game. The whole thing is based on Osamu's, I think, friend or coworker's dream journal, and it has you navigating through almost this infinite like realm of dream-like areas. It is so cool, and I really want to own it. And if you thought the Pepsi Man was a shock, just wait till you see this. Oh, I didn't put it up. It's $750. That kind of lessens the impact. And that's just like with the case. There's like a special edition or something with inserts get up to $1,000. I don't know. This game better like make me breakfast. I don't know. It better do something for me if I'm paying that much. But anyways, I probably should look at these slides ahead of time. We have our first question of the afternoon. I almost said night. So basically here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a question up here, and it's going to be about the next game. And if one of you answers it correctly, you win that game I'm about to talk about. So, this first question, any Shaqaholics out there, Which company produced the game Shaq Fu for Super Nintendo and Genesis? We have A for Acclaim, B for EA, C for Accolade, D for Sega. Anyone? Black Jacket. What was that? Acclaim is incorrect. I'm so sorry. Black shirt in the front. What was that? That is also incorrect. I'm so sorry. Green shirt. That is correct. Come on up here. So you can win your copy. This is my Target bag. I bought it for $1. It's awesome. A copy of Shaq Fu for Sega Genesis. I am so sorry for your loss. So anyway, Shaq Fu. So this was a fighting game featuring Shaquille O'Neal, NBA superstar, in 1994. Super Nintendo and Genesis, handheld ports later on. The whole thing is you play as Shaq, and you like save Egypt and like a child using, hold on, I had to write this down, Shakido, his own form of martial arts. It's considered horrible, but I tried it out before this convention. It's honestly not bad. It's really silly because it's Shaq like arguing with deities and like ancient gods, and then he beats them in a fist fight. But the one thing that I was left with after playing this game, what happens after? Like, he just goes back to the NBA and he's like throwing fireballs and stuff now. In fact, in the ending of this game, Satan's on the court and Shaq's like, oh, I hope your basketball skills are better than your fighting skills. I want to see that. Are you kidding me? Anyways, also, it was mentioned in the sitcom Fresh Off the Boat, and I just want to mention that because for some reason, that stuck in my head for years. But that finishes up our first category. Next up, one of my favorite types of video games is a licensed video game. So if you don't know what that means, basically any video game that's licensed off a TV show, cartoon, any existing property probably has a video game. I shouldn't say any existed. There's probably no Office Max video game, but there might be. So starting off, I wrote my notes completely out of order, so we're just going to wing this. I forgot I put this. So this wasn't supposed to be on the presentation, but while I was doing research for this, I saw this screenshot, and I knew, I was like, I don't know what this is. I need to talk about it. This is Green Candy's Coded True. Not really a video game, released in 2000 by Mars, the candy company. This isn't the only one. On their website, they put a bunch of these little programs up for your computer. And you would like talk out loud to yourself, kind of like a magic 8-ball, and they would answer the questions to you. I have absolutely nothing else to say about this. I just saw like Green M&M holding the giant phone. And I was like, all right, I kind of got to talk about that. Fun fact. This isn't the only one. There is 4 more. Each of the M&Ms has their unique little object of truth. I don't know what a truth or consequences chronometer is, but I kind of want one. It looks silly. It's got a little propeller on the side. Like, I just want to walk around like Inspector Gadget with that. But yeah, I have like absolutely nothing to say about these. They're just glorified magic 8-balls for people who really like the yellow M&M. But anyways, next up, we're going to knock a couple out all in one go. So, like I said, if there is a property, there is a decent chance that there is a video game based on it, and that is seen nowhere else but with TV show-based video games. Now, you're going to notice there's no, like, cartoons or anything in there, because that's kind of a cop-out, because, like, yeah, SpongeBob has a video game, but does House have a video game? He does, in fact. That's more interesting to me. So let's see what we got here. We have Survivor on Wii, which actually got a remake or a port on the Switch, I think. CSI, Desperate Housewives on PC. Fun fact about this one, not only, it was like a Sims parody, I guess, which I mean, that's better than like a puzzle beat 'em up or something for Desperate Housewives, but sure. It came with a lipstick pen bundled in. My theory is they just had it rotting in a warehouse somewhere, and they're like, where do we throw these? Desperate Housewives on PC? Yeah, sure, put it there. We have Grey's Anatomy on Wii. We have Full House on Tiger Electronics, which, if you are unaware with what Tiger Electronics are, think like a calculator, but if it was a video game. They had all different types. They had like a Sonic one. They had another Sonic one. I think those were the only 2. But they also had, a light just completely blinded me. They also had a Full House one where you play as Michelle. I think it was like a broom and you hit away like Uncle Joey. I don't know. I haven't watched Full House in a while. I was just baffled that that existed. And I was like, all right, I got to slip that in somewhere. Anyways, we got House on DS with a PC release. PC fans of House, don't worry, you're not left in the dust. And Sopranos on PS2. And then the 3 are ones I actually own. Now, Oh, no, do I have it on me? I don't have it on me. I was going to show off my pristine, complete in-box copy of Friends on PS2, but now I look like a fraud. I promise I own it. Please believe me. But yeah, those three on the right are the ones I actually own. I've actually made videos on a few of them. The Office PC is basically just, if you ever play Diner Dash or any other like time management game on PC, it's like that, but you're Jim Halpert from The Office and you're fighting Dwight, not Halpert from what's his last name? Shrew. I got it. And for some reason, something really stuck out to me with this game. There's a laugh track, which if you know The Office, that's like the one thing. Hello? Oh, there we go. My microphone died for a second. We're good. That's like the one thing that the humor doesn't rely on is a laugh track, so I don't know why they did that. Maybe they were bored or something. I put it in there. Friends on PS2, garbage trivia game. I have nothing else to say about it. If you are a friend and you do trivia, there's a game for you. And then Iron Chef on DS. I saved this one for last because I played this one as a kid. I don't know why I owned it. It was basically Cooking Mama, but it had like, I guess, famous chefs. I had no clue as a kid. It'd be like, oh, it's John Cook with the sausages wrapped around his neck. I had no clue who he was, but I was just happy to be there. But anyways, they're just this is a very interesting footnote in video game history, because you can tell these are from a lot of the same era, like DS Wii kind of casual market, which is what these games would appeal for. It's just so interesting that they exist, and I love it. These are some of my favorite games to collect. Like Rule of Rose, Little Samson, nah, give me Friends on PS2. That's all I need. But next up, okay, this one, I said no cartoons. I lied again. Sorry, that's like 2 lies now. Someone keep count. This is The Simpsons Bowling. This one's not crazy obscure, but I just really liked this one. So this was an arcade release in 2000. It was your classic kind of trackball bowling game. You could play as Mo from Moe's Tavern, always a great addition to your games. I think he was in Mario Tennis, but don't quote me on that. But there's not too much to say about it, except for the fact that I had COVID last time I played this. I was with my buddy Eric right there. And we were in an arcade and we were playing it. And then I got home and I'm like, oh, I don't feel too well. And I took a COVID test and I had COVID. This was like height of Omicron as well. Now, I'm not saying this game is the reason I got COVID, but don't rule it out. Make your own opinions. Maybe don't play this game. But next up we have Family Guy Bowling. So one of the only real differences is that they had 17 years to kind of think about what they did wrong at Simpsons Bowling, and they're like, we're going to take another shot at this. I did not have COVID last time I played this. I know, great accomplishment. And I don't know what else I have to say about it. It was in my bowling alley, which I always think is so weird when they put bowling video games in a bowling alley. Isn't that the reason you're there? But yeah, another trackball bowling arcade machine. For those of you who just really want to get a 300 as Glenn Quagmire, I've got great news for you. Next up, I didn't change the name. You know what? It doesn't matter because it's the same thing as Family Guy Bowling. It's another bowling game with your lovable friend Rayman. Now, this one isn't an arcade game per se, so it's a little different from Family Guy Bowling, just a little. It was a mobile game released in 2002, so it was on flip phones. So it's kind of like a flat 2D roll up. I don't know. It's bowling. I don't know what else I could say. I'm just really curious why they keep making licensed bowling games. Is it easy? Is it fun? I don't know. But it's definitely not where it ends. So there's a couple more up there, some PlayStation ones, Animaniacs, Bedrock Bowling. Anyone who knows Toontown, shout out to you. That one's probably not even, that's a Flash game, but I just like Toontown, and I played that specific one. And then SpongeBob Bowling, another arcade game, but that's not even the only SpongeBob Bowling game. Wait, I know this. Nobody tell me, not you. Nicktoons Moving for the PS2 iToy. Someone fact check me on that. There's a game where you're in a bowling ball as SpongeBob or something. You move it around. That's 2 SpongeBob bowling games. I think we need a third. It's been enough time. Anyways, I think that's the last bowling game. Yeah, question time again. Woo! I didn't know if I put more. Like maybe I just lost my mind at some point from all the bowling and it's just like 15 more slides of random bowling games. You can't even tell what they are anymore. Anyways, question time. So this question may be a little easier for some of you video game fans out there. What Sonic the Hedgehog character has not had their own spin-off? We have A, Tails, B, Knuckles. Oh, everyone's I told you this was an easier question. B, Knuckles, C, Eggman, D, Amy Rose. You right there, long hair, cool shirt. Amy Rose? You say that? That is correct. Come on up here. And you win your own copy of Sonic X for the Leapster. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot through that game. I know I did. So let me give a little bit of background if you don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining this to like everybody. I'm sure like 90% of the attendance here even know what like Bubsy is, but I'm going to explain it anyways. Leapster was a handheld educational console. I played a lot as a kid, me and my family. And the whole thing about it is it was mostly licensed games, and they all served a point to kind of educate. And who knows what Sonic X is? Raise your hand. Oh, that is a lot of people. This is the only Sonic X game, and it is a math learning game for like first graders, which is awesome. So, they should have done that for Sonic Prime. Anyways, so like I said, this is a Sonic game. I think it's like, it uses Sonic 3 sprites, which is really interesting, but they might have given him green eyes, which is really cool. I don't know if that's the right word to use. You go around, it's like, oh no, Sonic, there's 5 robots. You gotta make it 3. How many do you subtract? And then you just go beat up Eggman, and then it's like, there's also the Chaos Emeralds in this game, but no Super Sonic. That would have been so funny if they put Super Sonic in this game and not like Forces. Well, I guess they did, but it was DLC. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. But anyways, also not the only Sonic game to have math problems. If you know Sonic Schoolhouse, which, quick side tangent, I have a copy of that. I bought it like 3 years ago, 15 bucks on eBay. I look now, it's like 140 and there's like 1 on there. What happened? Did I buy the only one? Did I buy it? They're like, oh, somebody actually bought it. Start selling these. I don't know. But anyways, that concludes our licensed lunacies. Next up, we got PC. Do you guys like these titles? It took me like a whole 5 minutes to come up with. I'm very proud. PC peculiarities. So, once again, if you know me, I love PC games, specifically dumb ones, because there's just nothing better than like going to a random like used game store, finding like the PC section. I'm looking for my note card. Finding the PC section, and it's just like the weirdest, most insane things you've ever seen for like $2. It's like, yeah, School Tycoon 2003, sign me up, 2 cents, great. Anyways, this first one, it's a little obscure, but you may know it. Harvester. So this is a horror game released in '96 by DigiFX Interactive. It was also their last game, so didn't do too good for them. So this is an FMV horror point and click. FMV, full motion video, so they incorporate actual like footage of people into the game. Now, this is one of the most baffling horror games I've ever played. And I played a lot of weird horror games, let me tell you. You play as this guy who like loses his mind. Not like loses his mind, like goes crazy. Like loses his memory. I don't know why I described it like that. And the entire town's essentially gaslighting you into telling you there's nothing wrong. If you are over the age of 18, I would definitely recommend playing this game. A lot of insane gore and like, it's like 90s gore too, so it's really cheesy, but it's really silly. And then it like takes a hard turn at the end. But fun story about this really quick. I actually know about this game because of my father. Go back to 96, 97. He always listened to this radio going into work. It was a Chicago radio station, guy who talked about shock content, right? TV shows, movies. And he's listening, and the guy brings up Harvester. He's like, yeah, no, this is one of the craziest games our company's ever made. And he goes to one of his buddies at work. He's like, we got to try this game out. They both bought it, and then I don't know if he ever actually beat it. And then it rotted on my shelf for 20 years, and then his 19-year-old son found it. I'm 20, by the way, so I found it a year ago. So I've known about this game for a year. It's more than some of you. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend it. It's on Steam for a few bucks. So if you really just want to lose your mind, I don't even know, play this game. Next up. So I wasn't going to add this until last second, but I remembered it existed. Microshaft Wind Blows 98. Released in 98, believe it or not. It was a by Parody Interactive, which like, come on, you're gonna name yourself Parody? They called themselves, I have the quote written down here in ink. Well, it's lead actually, graphite. They called themselves the National Lampoon of Video Games, which I'm not gonna trust you if you say that. You gotta earn that title. You can't give it to yourself. I think they made an X-Files parody, like. Anyways, so this was a desktop simulator making fun of Windows 98. they hated Bill Gates. They hated him so much they made a video game about how they hated Bill Gates. I have a screenshot of what it looked like. So you could see Pin Bill, you could blow up Bill Gates, you could turn him into a Tamagotchi and like feed him money, you could steal his money, you can look at his personal email. Whoever created this, just like they were holding their voodoo doll of Bill Gates, they're like, I need to do something about this. And then they saw Windows 98 released and they got like the most devious grin on their face. But anyways, it's just like a basic minigame collection. There was like a, what's it called? Space Pinball on XP. There was a parody of that kinda. Well, I guess it was 98 Pinball because this was released before that. Maybe Windows XP copied this game. Maybe Bill saw this and was like, I need to take a look at myself after this. But anyways, just a little interesting thing I remembered existed while I was working on this. Let's do a lightning round while I take a sip of water. Everybody just take in what you're looking at. So these are games I kind of wanted to mention, but I had like nothing to say about. First one, The Playroom with the weird creepy mice. This is just your basic MS-DOS like educational game. Nothing really weird about it, except the way that I found it. It was a couple years ago, and it was a Goodwill, or maybe a Salvation Army, I don't know, it was a thrift store, and I find a PC game with nothing but these two mice. No logo, no like nothing. I'm like, what is this? Am I about to be like creepypasta'd right now? What's going on? So I bought it. It didn't even work. I just looked up gameplay, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, it's just educational game. I don't know, you learn letters. You learn the alphabet. That's the same thing. I just said it twice. That's all you learn. I don't know. Next up at the bottom here, we have Kids Tetris. Now, this was more interesting to me because Tetris is already one of the most bare bones, understandable video game. And why did they feel the need to dumb it down even further? Like, I was playing Tetris when I was like 4. This is made for like 1-year-old, fresh out of the womb. They're like, all right, we got to get your T spinning. Let's go. But as you can see, the controls were very simplified. It was just left, right, spin. And I don't know why people like to do this with Tetris blocks. They made it alive. I think Tetris themselves tries to make, what are they, Tetraminos, something like that. They tried to make them into actual characters. It was like, it's a cube. They gave it eyes, they gave it a mouth. I'm sure they tell you, you do great, whatever. That's all I gotta say. And then the last one, Harvey Wallbanger, not the drink. So I saw that name and I was like, what possibly could this game be? And I opened it, and it was a monkey ball clone where you play as a disco ball. I have nothing to say about this game. I just saw the title. I saw that this was what the game was, and I was like, all right, I have to mention this because it's like, it's just monkey ball, but you go on a disco floor. I think you could run people over. Don't quote me on that. I feel like I saw that, but maybe I was in a delirium looking at this game, and I hallucinated it. I don't know. Anyways, next up, we got another question that may be on the back of this. It is. No, it's on the front. Nobody look at that. That's spoilers. All right. This one, it's related to video games. Believe it or not. Which pizza brand had their own NES game? This might be an easy one. A, Domino's, B, Little Caesars, C, Pizza Hut, D, Chuck E. Cheese, a.k.a. Charles Entertainment Cheese. You right there, glasses. Domino's is correct. Do you know the name of the character? No, that's perfect. That was for nothing, but come on up here. You win your very own copy of Red Baron Ace of the Sky from 2004 for PC. It's sealed. There's a sticker at the top. I guess that's considered sealed. That's what it was marked as. So, once again, if you know my channel, I have talked about this. I'm the proud owner of one of 2 videos of this. I checked before I did this on the internet. This is Red Baron Ace of the Sky. And yes, it is based on the Red Baron pizza. It's your basic dog fighting game. You're in a plane. There's some mission mode, stuff like that. It's not too interesting on its own. But how you got this was interesting because it came in boxes of Red Baron pizza. So like the cereal box games like Chex Quest, Captain Crunch, kind of like that, except it was in the freezer aisle. I don't know how many of those copies would actually work after being in a freezer for like, I don't even know, like a month. Actually, I don't know if frozen pizza goes out, whatever. But it was just very interesting to me because I bought this game on a whim off eBay a couple years ago. I tried to do some research on it. There's like nothing about this game online. How could we let Red Baron Ace of the Sky 2004 with 1,099 free hours at AOL slip through the cracks like this? That's kind of messed up. I say we buy up all the copies and then artificially run it to like $1,000. That sounds great. Anyways, definitely one of my favorite games on the list just for like its origin. But anyways, we're here to the last and the longest category because I had to condense 2 for time. These are the deep cuts. So there is a fairly decent chance that you know what I'm talking about for some of these games, but I haven't been trying to stump anybody. I mean, I talked about Pepsi Man. Like, if you don't know what Pepsi Man is, I'm sorry. But these ones, I did my absolute best to find games that both I didn't really know about or had prior knowledge about, and that you might not know. So some of these will have prizes, some of these will not, but I'm gonna ask questions of the crowd, see if you could figure out what these games are. Sometimes you'll win prizes, sometimes I'll give you like a thumbs up or something. I don't know, but. All right, the first one. Could somebody tell me what this video game is? This is probably the hardest one. I know I started. Ooh, I don't know. You in the back, glasses? What was that, Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Red Baron Ace of Sky was already up there. No, this was Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I know, a very difficult. This is actually kind of obscure. You know, this was the only game in the series? Yeah, no, Nintendo, after they saw the success of Ice Climber, actually went with that instead. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, a little obscure find to start us off, I know. You got the question right, by the way, I swear. All right, can somebody tell me what this video game is? Oh, okay, Green Hoodie? Earthworm Jim? No, that's a good guess, though. Back there with the saw shirt. What was that? Skylanders? No, that is not correct. Anything else? I'll just say, because I don't know if anyone's going to guess this. This is Brain Dead 13. I did choose this one for the title, because I saw that, and I saw that little goofy guy with all his gizmos and gadgets. I was like, I aspire to be this man. I don't know how evil he is, so maybe do not take that quote out of context. Maybe like abducts puppies or something. It's like, hey, ToadBup said he abducts puppies. I don't, I swear. But he's just like he's like Wile E. Coyote. He's like a Looney Tune. He's got all his gadgets. Anyways, multi-platform release. I think it was on the Saturn, PlayStation. I probably wrote it down. I wrote like nothing on these note cards. I tried to improv this. Here we go. Saturn, PC, PS1, etc. So this was an FMV game. Fully animated, something like Dragon's Lair, except way worse because there was no arrows or indication of where you were really supposed to go. I didn't play this one, surprisingly. I think this one's also like a gajillion dollars. Exactly that price, by the way. So I did watch the cutscenes, though. It seems well animated. Looks cool. And like I said, I like that guy. And of course, one of the craziest things you can see on the bottom there, stars Fritz. I don't know what that means, but it stars him. I mean, that must be something if they put it on the title or the cover. I don't know. What is this? Is that a video game? Next one, we have a question. Let me double check I know what this is. Let's find out. Question time. Can somebody tell me? I'm going to do name first, and if nobody could get it, I'll go for console because that might be a little easier. Can somebody tell me what the name of this game is? Okay, can someone tell me what the console this would be on is? Green sweatshirt? Dreamcast says incorrect, I'm sorry. I'll give you a hint. It's older. Red shirt? What was that? Atari what? That is correct. This is Haunted House for Atari. And you win Haunted House for Atari. Come on up here. I have no clue if this game will be way crazier than that. I don't know if that works. I bought it from my store for like $1. I'm so sorry for stun locking you like that. Anyways, this was a horror game, I guess, released for Atari 2600 in 1981. Now, I mean, I'm a bit of a younger guy, so I didn't know if this was obscure or not, but I talked to my dad who grew up with Atari. He didn't know what this was, so it's obscure. It counts. Don't sue me. So this was one of the only, like, scary games for the console. It was more of like how you get a Halloween-based thing, and then that's like scary horror game, whatever. You were a pair of eyeballs in a corridor, dodging ghosts and spiders. I had to write that one down. I don't know who could have been scared by 3 pixels moving at their screen, but I mean, it was the 70s. And I mean, at some point there were black and white movies where people thought the train was going to hit them, so I'm not one to judge. They didn't have Outlast yet, but I mean, if they did, I'm sure they would have preferred this. Anyways, next up, can somebody tell me? I don't think anybody is going to guess this one. Anyone want to take a shot at what console this is? Green hoodie? PC? Technically not, no. I'm going to give you guys a wager question. What's on screen right now? Okay, kids? That is correct. There are kids on the screen. There is unfortunately no prize for that. This is... Oh my goodness, wait, it's Better Homes like the magazine. I'm just noticing this live. Better Homes and Gardens Cool Crafts. Now technically, this is a PC game as well, but I'm mostly talking about the Apple Bandai Pippin. Anyone know what that is? I'm curious. Oh yeah. So this is a really weird console. It was a console by Apple and Bandai, sold horribly. The controller looked like a boomerang, and the best thing it had was a Dragon Ball game. So I mean, I had that going for it. I want one so bad it's like $1,000, like all horrible video games that are rare are. Anyways, there was nothing about this game online, and listen, I was really excited to do this, but there was no way I was gonna buy an Apple Pippin for this and find this really obscure, insane game just so I could talk about it for like 5 minutes. But I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say you could find some cool crafts. There wasn't even any videos online about this. I think I saw one screenshot with cats, but the screenshot was like 144p, so I couldn't even tell what it said. But yeah, if you like Better Homes and Gardens and you're just an avid video game fan, this is yours. This was made for you, I'm pretty sure. Or if your kids age 3 to 12. We got a question time again. There's a lot of questions during this. Now this one might stump you a little bit. I want to see some hands out there this time, because we got 2 prizes you can win with this. All right. You see those Pokemon up there, right? What console were these games for? Let's see some new hands. I know you're a mastermind at this. See anybody else? Anyone want to take a guess? All right, he's ready to go. What console? DS? That is incorrect. Think not Nintendo. Yes? What? Oh, no. Black Jacket? What was that? DVD games? No, but you're close. DVD. What else do DVDs go in? Kind of, sort of. Oh, Great Sweatshirt? What was that last part? Those last 2 words you just said. PC is correct. All right. Hold still to win your prize in a second. I have a second question. This one's going to be a lot easier. Or maybe harder, depending. Who's that Pokemon at the bottom right? In the way back, blue hoodie. Can someone fact check me on that? No, yeah, that's right. You two, come on up here. You win Pokemon Master Arena and Team Turbo for the PC. Pick which one. Pick your poison. This one. Red? All right, here you go. Matches your hoodie. Perfect. So these are Pokemon computer games. Now, technically in the past, there was a game called, I think like, it was a craft game. I can't remember what it was called, but there was a Pokemon PC game, and I think there was a trading card one too. But these are some of the only Pokemon computer games, and they suck. They are so bad. I played these as kids. I would rent it from my library because I was like, oh my goodness, Pokemon on my computer? And then it would be like Squirtle's Door Dilemma and Mahjong with Turtwig. Not even Turtwig. It was Trico. It was a fraud. I love Trico. I can't even... That was too far. But yeah, these were just kind of mini-game collections as well, made by Imagine Engine, which, if you are familiar with PC games, they worked on... Oh, I almost turned it off again. You should not trust me with this. They have worked on quite a few educational PC games. I think they did Putt-Putt. I think they did like Pajama Sam, stuff like that. And of course, Nintendo's like, all right, you're the GOATs. We're handing you Pokemon. But yeah, probably some of the only PC games in the Pokemon franchise. I'm surprised not more people know about this, because these are just like genuinely interesting things in the Pokemon universe. Oh, also, that last one's not really a minigame collection. It's like a racing game a la Pokemon Dash, but like worse, and also it only costs like $3. But anyways, Pokemon Masters Arena and Team Turbo. Next up, can anybody tell me what company is this? Black Jacket? Bic? Yes, the famous pencil and lighter company. That was supposed to be more dramatic. Made a video game that I wish I had. I don't even know if this was physical or not. Bic Extreme Sports. You know, the pickle lighter they sell at the gas station. I think that was the not the post cursor to this. They made this, they're like, we know where we got to go next. So this was a PC game released in 2000, and it was mostly sporting, so it was like skateboarding, jet ski, mountain climbing, and I don't know why they did this. Like, I mean, I guess that guy, the Bic mascot, like, he was born to be a video game character. He looks like he has a 401k and everything. He's ready to go. But one of the big things about this game, there was Bic branding everywhere. When jet skiing, they have, like, the little goals. Every single goal says Bic. It's like if you've ever played the Captain Crunch game on PC, there's Captain Crunch littered everywhere, and also Gatorade for some reason. It's just one big ad, and you play it, and your children get hypnotized to want to buy pencils. So definitely probably one of the deepest cuts I could possibly find for this list. And I would say it's a personal favorite. I played it for like 2 seconds, and I really hope there's a physical version. But last up, we have the last question here of the presentation. The presentation's not over after this, but I'll explain that in a bit. You have a chance to win some truly magnificent. I'm going to ask a few questions here. The first one that I actually have written down. How many games does the Wireless Air 60 have? Think before you answer this. We have A, 30, B, 600, C, 60, or D, 65. Red shirt. 60 is correct. I don't know how you guessed that. You win your very own Wireless Air 60. Give it up. Complete in box. I ordered like 5 of those in preparation for this, thinking that they wouldn't all show up, and they did. Now, for the chance to win another one, can somebody name a possible game? I'm going to give you a hint. This is a bootleg plug-and-play console. Well, it has original games, but they're very bare bones. If someone could tell me what they guess what one of the games could possibly be about, you can win a console. Any guesses? Green hoodie? Mario? No. These are original games. They're just like, you ever had a plug-and-play system? They have like those 5 million games, just like something really bare bones. You might have something. Think very general game topics. What was that? What? Roblox. Oh, Ball Blast. Wait, no, you're right. They do have a Ball Blast. Come on up. You win a slightly more destroyed Wireless Air 60. I know, incredible. I think I have one more here. And then I have one more here. I have a lot of these. Let me think of one more question, because I kind of want to get rid of these. What colors the console? Someone new. And the jersey back there. Did you cheat? All right, fine. Come up here. You win a Wireless Air 60. I keep doing that. I am so sorry. So, the Wireless Air 60. This was a motion control plug-and-play console from, I believe, 2011. It was hard to pinpoint a date. And if you remember, like, the whole motion control craze, so, like, the Kinect, the iToy, the Wii, that's basically what this was. And it wasn't very good. Very basic games. You had, like, sports, baseball, basketball. They had ball, like, the thing at, like, Buffalo Wild Wings, like, starts with a Z. I can't remember what it was called. Like, shoot the ball, and they hit each other, whatever. Breakout. But you control every single game with your body. Fun fact, I was originally going to bring a backup, one to give away, and my own personal one. But last second, I accidentally put my personal console into developer mode. No clue how, because this console, nothing about it online. I would just turn it on, and it said, like, checksum E3. And I was like, what did I do? Is it haunted? So I had to quickly order 3 more, which is why I was able to give out 3 today. But anyways, it's a very interesting console to play. And it's kind of hard to explain this console without playing it yourself. So while this presentation may be over for a little bit after here, I will have the Wireless Air 60. If you guys want to come up, I'm going to get it set up here. If anyone wants to come up and try it, you're more than welcome to. So that's the end of the presentation, but stick around if you want to try the horrible motion controls on here, or see me fumble around for a few seconds. You can come up and try it. But I think we're good to switch. Let me get this booted up. This thing is actually horrible. Like, it makes the Kinect look like Da Vinci made it. I don't even know. But let's see. Is that turning on? It is. Is that? Oh, we're getting the console. Yeah, the console. We're hooking it up now. We're good. Hold on one second. Oh, you can't get it up there? Oh, yeah, that's good. Where's the power button on here? Alright. Hold on one second. Oh, wait, it's all good.
Final round. Ready? Go.
Set up. This is a masterpiece. So good. First, we gotta kind of set it up. Alright, I have to crouch down a bit. I can't really. Alright, this is one player. No. Okay, that's the issue with it. The motion controls are really bad. So, what's that other picture taken? You, the gentleman with the white bag t-shirt, come over here. Try this out for me. We got your photo. Thank you. That's perfect. You're going to be the first person to try this out. Are you excited? All right. So how this works. Hold on. Wait. You got to crouch down a little bit. Let me hold it for you. All right. Hold on. You're taking a lot of pictures there. See this amazing hardware? All right. You're good. Get that check mark. All right. Perfect. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to angle it there. There we go. Choose one of the categories. It is very finicky. There you go. You're going to want to wave your hands around a lot. So this is actually where Wii Sports got the idea. They saw this and they copied it. So you could use the arrows, you wave your hands in front of it, and you can choose what you want to play there. You have to wave it. You have to really wave it. Keep going. Keep going. No, that wasn't hard enough. Get a little more. Hold on. You're almost there. This is the real challenge of the game, folks. Wait, oh, he's almost got it. He did it. He made it to boxing. And then you hit OK up there. There you go. Wave your hand. There you go. All right. We're going to see some boxing here. I don't know if I've ever played this one. You got to kind of line up a bit. Try. Oh, you got to block it. You got to block where he punches it. Oh, he's got him on the ropes. This is crazy. This is just like Iron Claw. Yeah, another thing, these games are very difficult. They range from the easiest thing you've ever played, like actual addition and subtraction is one of them. And then some of them, there's a tightrope walking one, where you're not actually walking on the rope, but you're hitting arrows like side to side to keep your balance, and you have to jump by like waving your hand up. This is probably one of the easiest. Woo! You're my idol. That was perfect. Oh, Dante here. We don't have to do another one. Hold on. Hit the reset. Now, technically, you don't have to hit reset to get back to the menu for those of you who won one. But I would recommend it because it is way harder. Anyone else? You in the Carhartt hat, you want to try it? Yeah, there we go. Pick a category. Oh, your head has chosen action. Isn't this such a great console, guys? All right. Choose what you want. You got to kind of wave your hand. Honestly, stuff in the background might be choosing for you. It's kind of like Destiny, actually. Wave your hand. Oh, Mighty Rescuer. All right. What are you going for? I'm going to be honest. If you scroll through this entire list, that might take up the rest of the presentation. Speed Racer. You got to wave it. Oh. No, you got to move. It's movement. Trust me. I've had my experience with this. Break the Ice. I think you should try Break the Ice. That sounds great. You know, Mario, Kid Icarus, all the classic NES games. Break the Ice. Wait, actually, it's like Ice Climbers. Never mind. That was a joke, but... All right, let's see it. You did it! Yeah! Woo! Wait, oh, you did it again! He's not... So the hit detection on this is a little silly, I guess, to say the least. Okay, to be fair, sir, you are cheating because you have at least 200, 300 people in the background helping you. They're all actually trying to break the ice with you right now. Everybody help them break the ice. I'm going to point it at everybody. Is this cheating? Ah, it's fine. What's the maker of this game going to do? Come and find me after this convention and mug me? No, you have 5 more minutes of this. Nah. Just break out the... You did it! Cleared! Oh, it's only level 1. There's 500 levels you have to beat. I actually don't know how many levels there are, but anyone else want to come up here and give it a try? I saw you raise your hand first. Come on up here. Try to angle this as best you can. Line up with, like, the middle. Oh, and you chose action. Woo! All right. Use the arrows to choose whichever game you want here. You really gotta... See, a tactic that I found works is doing drumsticks. See? There you go. Keep away. I don't see... What are these games? Freestyle. I have to wave your hand a bit. I think your real life experience will transfer over. I'm pretty sure. This is what they actually train on at the Olympics. I mean, it's motion controls. How different is it? All right. Okay, so you can't actually swim like a motion control game. You have to hit his hands. You thought this was good motion? Oh my goodness. World record time. I love how when we took the picture, you can't even see. You can't even see what it is. Also, a word of advice, because I think this is just a guess how I bricked my own console. I think it's if you hold the power and reset button for like over 20 seconds, because that's how I fixed it for like 5 minutes. So, if you have the console, don't do that. I mean, it's like $20 to buy another one, so really, your choice. Be a really expensive paperweight. Or really inexpensive. It's just a paperweight. Oh, you're almost to the end. Oh, wait, you're racing people. I didn't even realize that. Oh, they've almost got it. They've almost got it. Clear. There wasn't even a finish line. That's crazy. All right, 5 more levels. No. All right. You're good. You're good. All right, who's up next? Green hoodie, come on up here. Be careful. You might accidentally choose a category. All right. Let me lower it. Oh, sport was chosen for you. There we go. All right. This is working a lot better than I thought it would. I was really not expecting this to do, like, anything. I thought I was going to have to, like, get one of the prizes back and be like, hey, can I see that real quick for, like, 30 minutes? Curling. Okay. Only essentials here. Okay, so you don't actually curl. You match the meters up. And this is pretty much every single sports game here. It gaslights. Guess not. It lies to you so hard on the packaging. It makes you think that, like, oh, you can play baseball, you can play basketball, you can play Foursquare. I don't know what other sports there are. But in reality, 90% of it is just these meters, and then you hit it at the right time. And it's like, oh, you made the horseshoe. That's great. $60 MSRP, baby. All right. Yeah, woo, curling. Who's up next? Who wants to try it? Like, Cody, get on up here. Or jacket, same thing. Sorry. Oh, action almost got, oh, and it chose skill. Nobody has chosen their own category yet. Every single time it is something in the background. Oh, that's actually, oh, I have to raise this a bit. My bad. See, when I said the drumstick tactic, that actually comes in handy here. Oh, free or normal? Don't want to be free, huh? So there's supposed to be music to this. Just like imagine in your head, it's like Whiplash. Well, actually, if this game was like Whiplash, it'd be really interesting. Oh, we got one. They got one. This is crazy. So is this Friday Night Funkin'? Is that what everyone's always talking about? I've never seen the game before. Why are they so fast? Oh my, they're having you play an actual drum solo on this. You see, like, you ever seen like those Fire in the Flames, like Guitar Heroes? You see one of those appear on screen? Game over. Oh, you lost. Boo. No, I'm sorry. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. Oh, there's another one now. Oh, now you can see the picture. See, there's the eye patch. Who's next? Who wants to try their hands? Dio? Dio? Dio. I don't know if I know that alpha. Is that Steel Ball Run? Okay. I figure you can leave your stuff up here if you want. So here, I can take them. Thank you. Nah, you're good. All right. Oh, I gotta fix it. Oh, you picked. Actually, you might want to back up a tiny bit. There you go. Wait, Sonic? Oh, that's crazy. They have a Sonic game on here. Wait, Sonic the Fighters? Let me see this. That's not Bark the Polar Bear. This is Sonic Fighters. It's already shipped. What is happening? Okay, so I think your shoulders are hitting the nuclear war option on here. See, this is how you know it's a real good video game. Gino themselves came to see you play. That's crazy. You can take it down. Oh. I have used that exact same explosion gif in my video before. I swear on my life. I do think it's funny, though, how some of these are, like, pixelated little, like, kids games. And you have, like, these ultra-realistic, like, Star Destroyers just thrown in there. Here, I'll adjust it a bit for you. There we go. That's a little better. It's probably going to detect everything, but... Did you die? Oh, yeah, the missiles again. What is happening? Oh, my goodness. I have to check the time, make sure I don't run over. We got 7 minutes left here. We're still good. Still going. How do you die in this game? I honestly don't think you could die. Oh. Well, that might actually spell. Oh, you have 3 lives. Man, they start you off with like 9. That's crazy. You don't have to play this whole thing if you don't want to. Ah, you failed anyways. Woo! See, look, you can try again. That's like the only time you could possibly. Oh yeah, your gloves. Sorry, I was robbing you. Anyone else? We got 7 minutes left here, so yeah, you in the back with the jacket. I'm just like going by like the attire. All right. GamerSubs has a booth? Oh, that's crazy. Did you say use code ToadBup for 10% off GamerSubs? That's insane. They didn't tell me. They didn't tell me they had a booth here. All right, let me lower that. What will you be choosing? Oh, and it chose action. I don't think anybody here has chosen their own category. We've been doing this for like 20 minutes. After this, I'm going to go give GamerSubs a piece of my mind. They didn't let me know they were going here. Oh. I'll go wander around like a madman for a while then. It'll be fine. All right, what game do we have here? This is... Metal Slug? What is this? It bounced the ball. Yeah. This is my favorite. Okay, you could just, like, go back and forth a little, and I feel like you could win this game. Oh, wait, no, you got to do that. Oh, that hit detection? That's amazing. That is incredible. Are those monkeys? What is... I feel like I've seen those sprites before. Am I losing my mind? You can just see the great variety of games they got on this console. 80. Oh, you have 1 heart left. Don't let it drop. Oh, it's bouncing on that guy in the background. Oh, you lose. I like how it's a different font for the you lose every single time. Oh, this one just went right back. Oh, they even get... Oh, no, they want you to go again. No. Sorry. No more catching game for you. All right, we can do a few more. Anybody else interested to try out the wonder in the... Oh, right there with the hat. Come on up here. One of the categories already got chosen for you. That's destiny right there. Just stand like right over here. Oh, I'm going to have to turn that up. Move back like a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right. Oh, no, you probably don't want to play that. All right. Choose which one. Or you want to do Speed Rider. All right, the OK's on the top. You wave your hand up there. You gotta kind of wave it around a little bit. Yeah, there you go. This is motion controls right here. All right, I have no clue what this is. This looks like, oh, what's that one arcade game where it's like in the circle and you shoot things? I don't know. All right. I like how the person is in the background as this is happening. Like, if this were me, I put my mouth right there. It's like... Oh, this is crazy. I like how the picture is blocking, like, everything. That's awesome. Check my time. I don't even know what's happening here. Oh, you moved the... Okay. All right, I see. Kilometers. Okay, so I like how this game is both first and third person because you have your little biker there, but then you could also see like the parts of the motorcycle. Is this the first second person game? This was innovative. No wonder they went bankrupt. Big video game didn't want them to do this. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I don't know what to say. All right, fire shield from Sonic 3. We're all just waiting the 30 seconds. Oh wait, there's the goal. Woo, you did it. Okay, I guess you didn't win or lose. I mean, that's kind of what it is with this console. You don't win or lose. All right, I think we got time for one more. Who wants to be? You come on up here. Let's see. Will this game choose for you? No, you might be the first person to choose. Oh, it chose action right there, like kind of to your left a little bit. There you go. Perfect. All right. Choose your game. Let's see a new one. Let's see a new one. Keep going left for a little bit. You're just going to be waving high. Oh yeah, you have to mind. It keeps going left as it right. It's really weird. Keep waving. Keep waving. Wave harder. There you go. Let's see some juggling. All right, this is crazy. They ran out of ideas so fast for this. They're like, all right, motion control games. What's something people do? Math. There's a burger game in here. People juggle, right? Oh, it's not even. It's like a sports. Okay, it's like soccer. All right. This isn't even a video game. It's just boom. Wait, I wonder. Hold on. If I put it like really close. This may be cheating. But just like, oh wait, hold on. Sorry, my hand's faltering. Oh, I'll make it harder for you. This is great. I don't know why they didn't make another one of these. Well, actually, fun fact, I didn't have during my presentation. There is a non-motion control version of this, just called the Wireless 60. I don't know where the air comes into play. Is it because you're not using a controller? I don't know. Got a minute left. It's perfect because that's how much time I have left exactly. This is what you come to Midwest Gaming Classic for. The gaming right here. This is awesome. You don't have to wait this out. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming to watch. I hope you guys enjoy the presentation and whatnot, and have a good one. I'll be walking around for a while.